Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a few products that I acquired within these last couple days. I did repurchase some products that I haven't had in a while, but that I really love, as well as I did get other products that I haven't had before. So I'm going to be trialing them out for you guys for the first time today. I thought it'd be kind of cool to put this little video together and give you guys my honest reviews and opinions about all these products. I also did create this really pretty red makeup eye look. So if you guys are interested in watching today's video, then go ahead and keep on watching. Hey guys, so for today I'm going to go ahead and begin with my brows already done. I did that off camera as well as cleaning them up underneath. I didn't clean up too much on top since I'll go back in with my foundation anyway, but just to get started on the eyes, I took a little bit of concealer and then used that all over my eyelid for a base for the eyeshadow as well. And for today I'm going to go ahead and take the Kat Von D Too Faced collaboration, and this eyeshadow palette is a little bit older, but I haven't used this one on my channel, so I thought it'd be cool to create a look with these ones, and then just to kind of show you guys the colors. This side here, the Too Faced side, is like a little bit lighter colors with some shimmer shades. And then the Kat Von D side has some shades that are a little bit darker, but also some shimmer shades as well. And I was swatching some of the shades because it's been a little bit since I have used this palette. So, and the pigmentation is really good. So I will be showing you guys that in just a second. So I'm going to be taking this first shade here, which is this writing is interesting. I think it says Swoon. I'm going to be taking the red shade, this one. And like I said, my eyes are already prepped, so I'm just going to jump right in with the shadow. I'm going to start by applying it here in the crease, very gently. Like, I don't want to press it in too much because I'm afraid that it's going to get too dark too quick. So I'm going to start kind of here in the middle and then slowly start to blend it out towards the brow bone. I'm trying to use this kind of as a transition shade, but I am going to darken it up and make the eyes pretty red. I just want to build it up little by little. Always applying the product here in the crease and then slowly working it up. Throughout this whole video, I'm going to be playing Ozuna music because, I mean, you guys already know Ozuna is my favorite. But we recently went to his concert actually a couple days ago, and you know, when you admire someone as an artist and then you go and actually see them perform, it's like it takes you like on this whole different level of how good you think you know him. Like, I felt like he was our friend up there, you know? Like, yeah, I know him. That's my friend. I know it's not really that way. Like, he doesn't even know who the heck I am. Didn't even notice me. Which, when he got off the stage and we didn't get the opportunity to, like, meet him or anything, it was kind of upsetting. So, all I can listen to right now is Ozuna. So I'm slowly building this color up. I'm not sure why he didn't have like a meet and greet package deal this time. I don't know what's up with everybody thinking that they can just sing in Spanish now. A lot of English singing artists are starting to sing in Spanish. This is Akon now. He's good. But not everybody can do it. Drake's song in Spanish is actually pretty good. I like that one too. Okay, so this is as red as I'm going to want it. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, come back in, and then add a different shade to darken up the outer V a little bit. Okay, so now that I have the red done, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the black shade in here. This one here. So I'm going to be taking the same brush because I'm going to be blending this in here on the outer corner, so it doesn't really matter if it, you know, I want it to blend together. So I'm just adding this slowly on the outer V of the eye and bringing it inward like this. So the goal is for these colors to blend in nicely where it won't look like it's black, it almost will look like a burgundy. So I'm just gonna blend it in really well so that we achieve a nice dark red color. I also forgot to mention, when you're working with really bright colors like the red that I just went in with, it's much easier to go in without setting your concealer, because you can just set that with the shadows. So I did not set the concealer at all. I did that at the time that I applied the red on the eyes. So I just feel like it makes the color stand out a lot more. So when you're using bright colors, that's when you want to make sure not to set the concealer. So I'm just darkening this up a little bit and kind of creating more of a like a smoky eye effect. Now that that part is blended out, I'm going to take a little bit more black, and this I'm going to add right on top of the eyelid. It's still in this outer part. To really darken this part a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just leave this as it is, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. Okay, so as you can tell at this point, my eyes are not as red as they used to be. I smoked it out a lot, so I have a lot more of the red more in the inner part of the eyes. I'm actually just gonna add a little bit of red on these parts here where I don't have any color, just on this lid space here. So that way when I go in with the loose glitter, it has a nice base to sit on. You guys, and I have no fallout at all. You guys can see there's nothing, no fallout whatsoever. A really important tip for that with any eyeshadows, some have more fallout than other, but I think a lot of it has to do with like the pigmentation. Some eyeshadows that are more pigmented have more fallout, but if you press it right on the brush and then tap off the excess as well, that's the best way to go with preventing any fallout. With the glitter that I'm going to be using, it's going to be this NYX Face and Body glitter, and this is in the red. I am going to have a lot of fallout, I know that already, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my Airspun translucent powder, and I'm going to add a lot of translucent powder right underneath my eyes, because I always have such a hard time trying to clean it up afterwards, even if I don't have any foundation on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush here. I always like to use this brush to pack on the translucent powder, and then I'm just going to set it right underneath, so that when the glitter falls right on here, I can just wipe it right off and it'll remove the glitter with it, rather than the glitter sticking to my skin. It doesn't have to be perfect, this is just so that it falls like on the areas where I think I might get it on. Just packing it on here. I know I look a little crazy. Now that I have the powder underneath the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my NYX glitter primer. And this is a glitter that I always use for all of my loose glitters like this one, which these are the same brand, so it's perfect. It just goes so well. So I'm taking a little bit of the glitter primer and I'm slowly blending it out. Wherever you put this glitter primer, that's where the glitter is actually going to stick. So try to do this part a little bit neater because the glitter is a huge part of this eye look. I'm working this part in almost as if I was cutting a crease. So I like to add some of the glitter into the little cap, and then with a brush, I just tap it right on. You see how I have all of the fallout right on top of the powder? I'm just going to be able to swipe this away and clean it right off. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye and I will be right back. So I'm going to brush off this powder real quick. Okay, the glitter is done. That's the hardest part of the eye look. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to eyeliner. I'm going to be taking the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. And that's this one here. So it's kind of an in-between, not too thick, not too thin. I think that is perfect. Just realized I have all the powder on my hair. So next I'm going to go ahead and move on to the face. So I'm going to go ahead and take some primer. This primer that I'm going to be using is by Marc Jacobs and it's the Undercover Primer. I have a sample of it because what I've actually heard about this primer is that it's better for the summer, not so much the winter, just because we tend to be a little bit drier during the winter. So I thought I'd try it. It's not a cheap primer, so I thought I would try this primer because I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs foundation. So I thought it'd be perfect to do the primer and the foundation together. I just don't know how well it's gonna keep my skin looking throughout the day, so I wanted to try it out first before I purchased it. I purchased actually a new primer. This is the Makeup Forever primer. But I don't want to try it with this foundation just yet. For foundation, I'm going to be taking the Remarkable Foundation by Marc Jacobs. This is, no joke, probably my favorite foundation. I did repurchase this one because I ran out, and I didn't purchase this foundation for a long time because it is pretty expensive, but also I was also going through this time in my life where I wanted to try out a lot of different drugstore foundations, so I finally went back to this one. Like I said, this is probably like my all-time favorite foundation just because of how full coverage it is and how weightless it is. You guys are gonna see how amazing this foundation covers up my skin. I am in the shade 27, which is Bisque Neutral. This particular foundation comes in about 30 shades, I believe. Can't remember, but they have a really nice variety of shades in these ones. So make sure to pull this cap off. So then it comes with like what looks like it's a dropper, but it's actually not. It's just kind of like a stick, wand, or I don't know what it is, but it's ideal for applying the foundation if you're only using this foundation obviously for yourself and not like when doing other people's makeup. You don't want to be, I don't think it would be very sanitary to be using it for yourself and then other people. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. This gives me a really nice bronzy look. And I love this foundation because it has a really nice golden undertone. So it's not pinky like other foundations. sure to always bring it out to your ears. The coverage is endless. Like, I just keep going with this all day. But look at how amazing this is. If you like full coverage, you're gonna love this foundation. Just look at the difference. Foundation, no foundation. Super full coverage. But doesn't my skin just look really, really nice and healthy? I feel like it leaves it looking so... It's not like a... I think it is a matte finish, but it's not like dry looking. That's what I really like about it too. So many things I like about this foundation. It's just amazing. Even though this foundation is a little bit more expensive, you actually don't need too much. So it lasts you a really long time. So this side of my face is done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side and I will be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and begin to set my face. So I'm just taking my translucent powder. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually didn't put any concealer on. This has so much coverage that I don't even want to add. I don't feel like I need too much like under my eyes. I think it has enough coverage to help with any darkness underneath my eyes. So I didn't add anything. I'm just setting my face. And then to warm up my face, I'm gonna go in with Pretty in the USA cheek palette, which is this one here. I'm gonna take a tapered brush like this, and I've been using this a lot to add my bronzer. So I'm just gonna start blending this into my cheekbones. If you get foundation on your hair, sometimes you could just brush it away. Just like I took off the powder a while ago. For blush, I'm going to be taking the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. Just going to be adding a little bit of this to the cheeks. To finish off the eyes, I'm actually going to take the bronzing palette that I used, and I'm just going to add a little bit of that brown shade that I used on my cheeks. So I'm going to take this shade here on that same brush that I was using to blend out the eyeshadow on top. I'm just going to add a little bit of brown underneath. I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And then I'm gonna come back and add some lipstick and some highlight to finish off the look. Forgot to contour my nose. I'm not like great at contouring my nose, so I just do a little bit. For lipstick today, I'm actually gonna be taking the Hard Candy Glitterazzi Press and Play matte lipstick, and the packaging is really cool. So with this lipstick, if you press your lips together when it's still wet, it adds glitter. So when you press your lips together, it becomes more mattifying, and then it adds a little bit of glitter to the look itself. So I don't know if you guys can see that. So it turns matte, but then there's like little sparkles in it as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. I got it because I wanted to try it. It seemed interesting. I'm pretty sure that there's an expensive version of it, and I can't remember what it's called. They have it at Sephora. It's like a red lipstick. Well, I've seen the red one mainly, but they have like a red one, and you know, you let it dry, and then when you smack your lips together, it gives you like a little bit of glitter on the lips as well. The lips turn glittery when you smack your lips together. Just gonna add a little bit of highlight. Alright guys, well this is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. If you guys did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.